Hey there, it's the Machine of Nonsense of the Year Awards 2022 Day 3, sometimes called Part 3. I've used both of those terms. It's also episode 112 as well. We're in the final stretch, guys. This is the last Nonsense of the Year Awards. We are covering best games, best movies, and best TV shows of the year 2022. I'm joined as always by Kayla.
Hey.
And Aaron couldn't be here, but we got Ryan on the pod today.
Hey.
That's how he sounds all the time.
Ryan, we call him.
We also have Tomas.
Hey, what's up?
And rounding out the gruesome fivesome, it's Mike.
Oof.
Hello. Skinny Mike, they call me. Here I am.
Skinny Mike.
Skinny boy.
That's what they call him starting today. So in part 1 and part 2, we covered best ensemble, best moment, most disappointing thing, and best character. I'm going to recap the top 5s that we came up with for 2022 and all those. In best ensemble, we had Reservation Dogs, Severance, Our Flag Means Death, The Bear, and God of War Ragnarok. Best ensemble. In best moment, we had Learning to Let Go in Tunic, Every Inch Counts in Barbarian, the flare scene in The Batman, The Nature of a Thing in God of War Ragnarok, and the one-shot episode of The Bear. In most disappointing, we had God of War Ragnarok doesn't land the plane, Pokemon refuses to be great, Chrono Cross Radical Downer Edition, Book of Boring Fett, and Thor Love and Blunder. Best character, we had Pearl from X and Pearl. We had Durin from Rings of Power. We had Jennifer Walters from She-Hulk, Viserys Targaryen from House of the Dragon, and finally Naru from Prey. Naru stand up. So we're on to best games. In the second episode, I forgot to put out the spoiler warnings. So I've done it. I've done it on every other episode leading up to here. We're gonna spoil anything we talk about. We have to. We already gave you.
That only applies
list.
to Katie.
Yes.
For listening out of order.
Yes. Katie Berry, who likes to listen to episode 2 before episode 1 of the Nonsense of the Year Awards. What a lady. But we're in the home stretch here. No holds barred here. Everything we talk about is open to full spoilers. So, I don't know. Just be okay with spoilers because we're just recommending the best shit from 2022.
I have something to add to our long list. I kind of mentioned it last episode, but I was totally messed up on my Abbott Elementary and Shrink Next Door. I think I put Shrink Next Door on the long list. That did not come out in this year, so it's not eligible. But Abbott Elementary did, which I thought it didn't, but it was. So I figured it out and added Abbott Elementary to the long list. Spoiler warning.
Nice.
That might come up later, folks. But first, we're in best games. Aaron couldn't make it, but he gave me his list, and it goes in no particular order, he says. It goes Marvel's Midnight Suns, God of War Ragnarok, The Quarry, Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, and Horizon Forbidden West.
Hell yeah.
Played 4 of those games, and those 4 are all worthy of being on our long list. Who would like to go next?
Those Legos, right?
Lego Star Wars is a really good game. Really good game.
It was fun.
Who would like to go next? Some might say first. I don't know.
Apparently Mike's always first. So
He's the man.
I'll go. But quickly, Owen, our 9-year-old now, happy birthday to Owen recently.
Hell yeah.
He wanted to do his top 5, so I'm just going to go through those really fast because I asked if he wanted me to add anything, like any thoughts of his, and he said no. So
all right.
he just wants
quick and easy, baby. Let's go.
Number 5, Sonic Frontiers. Number 4 for him is Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Number 3, Shredder's Revenge. Number 2, Fortnite. Loves Fortnite. And number 1, I'm not going to say his number 1. I'll say it when I say it on my list.
Oh, shit.
How about that? Keep you suspended, audience. All right.
For Fortnite, is this the no build mode or is this standard Fortnite?
I think he's straight no build. He doesn't. No one needs that.
He's a classy guy. Classy guy.
All right. So back to my list.
Oh, that wasn't your list. Okay.
Pretty good year, I'd say, for games. Some cool games this year. But number 5 is Shredder's Revenge for me.
Hell yeah.
Played through it in one sitting and just what a one sitting it was though. It was able to take me back to Turtles in Time on Super Nintendo, and it felt as good as my memories felt of playing that game, and it's a really cool package. They put a lot of love and care into that one.
The animation in that game is so fluid.
It's so good.
If we'll ever get any DLC, be great.
DLC sequel, shit. I don't care.
Keep cranking.
It was a good year for Turtles fans, though. It's probably my favorite beat 'em up ever. I don't know. Yeah. Number 4 is Tunic for me. Just a great game. Just like the moment to moment kind of figuring that game out just hooked me so quickly. Just it's like the Zelda 1 thing, but in an upgraded isometric kind of view, and you play as a little fox, and just the moment to moment stuff, finding a light source, finding your sword, discovering the frog domain. It's the greatest place ever. Man, what a game. Number 3 for me is Vampire Survivors. Just been getting so into this game lately. I play it on my phone. I play it on Xbox. This was Owen's number 1. We play it a lot. And just so fun. Just I've done so many runs, unlocked so many things, and just the blatant Symphony of the Night, that the rapper on it is really, of course, what keeps me there. But love that game. Number 2, Elden Ring. It's on that Mount Rushmore of open world games now, with Breath of the Wild and Witcher, and I don't know what else would be on there, but it's up there.
Skyrim up there.
Yeah,
maybe
Skyrim walked so Elden Ring can run, baby.
I don't know if I think Skyrim might have been dethroned by something else. Sure.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Witcher 3.
Did I not say Witcher 3?
Did you? Did you? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not listening.
It's really good. But anyway.
Just Guild Wars 2, right?
Just a dope ass game, Elden Ring. Just loved my build all the way through, blood build. Where you at, and just love fighting the 700 bosses in that game. I would just wanted to beat them all, and I believe I did. Cheesed a couple. I had to cheese a few, but man, what a great game. And my number 1 is Marvel Snap. I love Marvel Snap. I play it every day. Sometimes I hate Marvel Snap, but nothing wrong with that too. But I'm in a good place with Mavel Snap right now. I can play a couple different decks. Gonna unlock Wong soon, so
Nice.
I gotta get some more collector's tokens, one of the many different currencies in the game. But yeah, once I get Wong, it like unlocks so many options for me. But this is just like the really fun quick card game with Marvel on it, and it's the best.
Downloading it now.
Oh, sweet.
I didn't know what it was. I'm gonna give it a shot.
Oh man,
Yeah.
you're outside
Now
the
that I know
Marvel
it's
Snap
good.
hype. Oh,
Yeah,
so
I don't-
nice.
Didn't know what it
Now
was.
that I know that it's a card game, sign
Bro.
me up.
Card
Like,
games.
you're not
to
supposed
get-
to infect other
Well,
people.
Oh,
Come
it's
on.
so good, man. Like just like the fun abilities that they give the cards. Like Rogue will steal an ongoing ability from somebody, or Magneto, when you play him, he draws other cards to his lane because you're trying to win 3 different lanes, and it's the best. It's great.
Marvel Snap.
There's more than X-Men characters in it too. There's so many. I only named
X-Men characters.
Professor X shuts down a lane. He just shuts
Whoa.
it with his eye.
Oh,
But that's my list. Yes.
Wasn't expecting that number one. Wow, man. Card games. Just certain appeal to card games, man. They're dangerous for me. So I had to
Yeah,
put
they
them on the
are.
back burner for years, you know?
you
It's
were a
just like,
Hearthstone guy, right? Yeah.
Oh God.
This
was,
is
yeah.
Yeah.
the main dude, like from Hearthstone or whatever, is
Oh, wow.
behind this.
Oh
That's
no.
great.
I was going around town looking for a card shop the other day. It's like every once in a while I'll like grab a pack from like Walgreens just to remember what it feels like.
Smell the cards when you first open them up.
Just random ones. Sometimes he gets a baseball card.
Yeah,
Sometimes he gets
Give me some
Football
Pokemon
card.
cards.
Bought 4 packs of Magic yesterday.
Wow, yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta crack a pack, bro.
You guys
Had a
are
pack,
sick.
2 mythics in 1 pack.
I mean,
Woo.
I got insurance now, man. I can go back to rehab whenever I need to.
Pack a day habit.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy. If no one else has any addictions to talk about, I'm going to talk about my favorite games of 2022. Number 5 is a double up with Aaron because it's the Quarry. The Quarry is the ultimate version of those like supermassive games. I think it's the best one. It's just got, if you've played Until Dawn or any of the what are they called, the Dark Pictures anthologies, any of those, choose your own adventure basically, they're a lot of fun. This was a great story, great spooky story. Love a good spooky game. Fun cast of characters. Got to the very end, everyone was surviving, and then I think like 3 people died. It was great. It was wonderful. I'm not mad about it at all.
Go out big, baby.
But the Quarry, check it out.
Quick question, Eric. On the last mission of Mass Effect 2, how many people did you lose? Did you lose a lot?
No.
I think we lost one.
Think you
Just
did,
one.
yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, I think we just
Wow.
lost one. Yeah, I did pretty well on that one. Not purposeful. I mean, I was trying, but I didn't have a guide or anything, you know. But yeah, we lost the professor guy, who I really
Oh,
liked.
Yeah.
Damn, that would have hurt.
It did. But
I love
he went out fighting. He had to like hold the door or whatever he had to do.
Hold the door.
Yeah, he was a good man. Funny head, that guy. And he
Sorry.
was like
Go
a
ahead.
fucking mass murderer, right? So, you know, hey.
Some would say.
Some would say. Number 4 for me was another double up, but this time with Mike. Elden Ring. I can't deny everything Mike said. Just a really insanely detailed open world. Play it any way you want. I'm gonna always play it the exact same way, but you can play it any way you want. And I love Soulsborne games, and it's the biggest Soulsborne game that they've ever made. It's just a big old Soulsborne game. And it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed my time with it. Wish they would have put a story in it. You know, that would have been cool. but
they did. It's
but, you know,
Nah.
yeah. But,
You didn't read all the item descriptions, bro?
No, I didn't. Not a single one. I purposely didn't read a single one because fuck them.
I do really think that this game doesn't do a great job of giving you the story, but there's at least like 2 characters you can go to that tell you a bunch of the story, like with the turtle poke and like Sir Gideon or whatever in the stronghold. So I don't know, like Bloodborne doesn't have that. You can't just walk up to the doll and she doesn't tell you anything. All right, so I do.
Still has a way of making everything around you, the environment and everything, kind of more. So I feel like I get a storyline in Bloodborne than I do Elden Ring.
Ooh,
tentacles, man.
I disagree.
Elden Ring, still really good. They should have just added a story. It would have been fine. But Elden Ring's great. But what's even better is my number 3. It's another double up. Crazy. Tunic. What a game, man.
What a game, man.
The thing about Tunic is I was looking... I don't even know why I was looking forward to this game so much, because before it came out... It was like... I think it was just the cute fox. And it's like, I'm not a huge, like, Zelda guy or anything like that, but like for years it was just marketed as, oh look, it's Zelda but with a cute fox. I'm like, yeah, I'm sold. I want to play that game, and I'm so happy that I did, because it was so much more than just Zelda with a fox. Just like so many little puzzles, so many little, all of the little areas where you unlock and you feel like the biggest dum-dum because it just takes you back to the beginning, and you could have unlocked that thing. You could have went to that place 1,000,000 times. You passed by it 7 million times on your little adventure, and you feel like a big old dum-dum, and it feels great. I don't know. It's
can't tell you how many waterfalls I walked out of. I'm like, fuck.
yeah. It's just like, I've been here. Yep, you got me. You got me, game.
I found the mine place really fast.
Ooh.
And just seeing that place is so much different than normal. So I'm like, what did I do? Where am I? And I died so fast. And but it was like this, like, ooh, I'm gonna get strong, and I'm going back to that fucking place.
Yeah.
And I got a bunch of shit and went back there. Fuck that place up.
Another one.
But that game for me, it was just like, I don't know, uncovering the mysteries of it was so much fun.
Yeah.
The catalog, they're the guide, like, book that you're completing.
I liked the guide.
So good. God, the art on that thing and just all the little details in it had me hooked. I loved it.
Feels like the Zelda 1.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people say it's like a love letter to Zelda games.
It is. It really is. Like, explore, go around, find out shit your own way. Like, no hand holding, just kind of like figure it out.
You know, and the game was announced so long ago when that idea was like still kind of rare-ish. Like, oh man, a cool Zelda clone. And now that, like, it's in a sea of 1,000 of them, and I was so happy that it still was really, really great. Cream of the crop.
And essentially a solo developer too, right? I mean,
right,
like,
one dude. Yeah,
just amazing. Yeah, beautiful art, beautiful level design, and one of my best moments was in Tunic this year.
Yeah.
Number 2 was number 1 for the first, like, I don't know, 40 hours I played it. And some might say it didn't land the plane. But it's God of War Ragnarok. And thoroughly enjoyed God of War Ragnarok. I think this game was destined to for me to enjoy it. I was so excited after that first game to continue that story and see, you know, what was going to happen with Atreus and with Kratos, and just how they were going to wrap up the Norse mythology of it all, and introduce Thor and Odin and all these characters. And for the most part, I was very satisfied. Like, you know, the ending dropped it down a notch for me, but it was still, the whole package was still a phenomenal game, and I'm excited for what comes next in God of War. Last but not least, Mike did his Mavel Snap, his from the heart pick, and I got to do mine. It's the game I've thought about the most since I played it. It's the game I've checked out the most, like videos and commentary on, and wanted to get other people into, despite them, just not biting. It's Immortality, a game from Sam Barlow, who did Her Story and Telling Lies, 2 games I also enjoyed. And it's an incredibly unique experience. They essentially shot 3 full movies, chopped them up, and you have to go through these movies and solve a mystery. But the game is so much more than that. There are just mind-blowing supernatural aspects to this game. And honestly, some of the things that it did, some of the scenes that I unlocked completely on accident, because you basically unlock everything on accident in that game, were just like mind-blowing, and just like, wow, this game changed like 3 different times from, okay, is this a movie game? Am I just like creating these movies and trying to figure that out? No, it's kind of a murder mystery. Oh no, it's some fucking existential, cosmic, supernatural shit. But also about the power of movies and art and media and games. It's all of that. It's all of those things. It's all about the power of like the storytelling. And it's a little pretentious, but it's still just a wonderful experience, and all the experiences around it that I've gotten to kind of listen to podcasts about and watch some YouTube videos and stuff. It's just a really, really, I don't know, insane mindfuck of a game, and I really enjoyed it quite a bit. Immortality, my number 1 game of 2022.
Can I go next?
Sure. Only if Immortality's on your list.
Damn.
Nope.
No, but I did want to piggyback on a couple things he said, so I thought they would go good together. Okay. My number 5 doesn't go with your list at all, but my number 5 was Cult of the Lamb. Adorable. I love the art. It's super cute. I like having like a settlement that you have to take care of and go and collect all your things and come back and take care of them. That was a lot of fun. And it's kind of different for me. I've never... What do you call those Hades, like roguelike?
Like a roguelite, yeah.
Yeah. Roguelite?
There's a million names for him. Light,
Okay. But so those are kind of new for me, and I really enjoyed it. Number 4, I have Elden Ring. For me, Elden Ring is really interesting. I can't stop thinking about like the marketing around it and just how I feel like this is such a niche game, but it's so wildly successful and liked. It's a game I like to watch. I don't play because I die, and you lose too much when you die, and I just really have a hard time understanding that the people I look at on the street that also play this game do that, because I have a hard time finding video game people, and I feel like I deal with the general public, and everybody I ask doesn't know of Elden Ring, or if they do, I'm sure they played it for like a month and then stopped. I don't know. It's just a thing I like to think about a lot, but I love its creativity and its monsters and just the immersive world. I do like the Dark Soul games, but they're cringeworthy of how much you lose and die. I can't buckle into that.
It hurts.
It hurts. Number 3, I have Horizon Forbidden West. More of a style of the games that I like, where they're very story driven and adventure, and climb on shit and fly on shit and capture the animals, in this case robot animal. and just gather your skill points and see where the story takes you. A bit strange, the story in this one. I liked some of the reveals. I liked getting the flying. We haven't gone back and played the DLC, right? There was DLC
it's
for
not
it?
out yet. Yeah, it'll be coming out. Yeah.
Right. In February.
Eric drafted.
March, I think, maybe? Burning Shores.
Yes. I just love the whole, like, creation of that world, how it exists, why it exists. I like to dig into that. Number 2, I have Tunic.
Hell yeah.
What can I say that you guys didn't already say? Just those, like, simple, you dove in somewhere, you're exploring something, and the camera turns 90 degrees, and boom, you're out into the main area where you've been this whole time. It's just right there. Just a little turn of the camera was just so, like, creative and awe-inspired, and it was super adorable. Of course, I wanted to get in because of the fox. I thought it was cute. The color palette of it is so interesting, and the creatures in it are so interesting. I thought it was fresh and new and cute. Number 1, I have God of War Ragnarok. My jam. I loved the first one. I want to see more. The ending didn't quite bother me as much as some of you, I guess. But I'm in. I'm cannonballing straight in. I love, like, it just feels so good to play as Kratos. It feels so good to have your team members with you. You got to do a lot of different people in this one with a lot of different skill sets that they would bring. The finer detail in so much of it, I just love it. I could play it again and again and again. I cried a lot too.
Aw.
Hey, Mike, I think your mic is picking up your speakers a little bit.
Okay.
Seems like there's maybe a little bit of feedback here or there.
Sorry.
No.
Maybe if I move it away from it, would that be?
Let's try it out.
Yeah.
It's like
That's my
every
top
like
5.
fifth word or something. Excellent top 5, Caleb.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, very diverse. Liked it a lot.
Hell yeah.
Very sad
all
that
right.
Cult of the Lamb couldn't make mine.
I guess
So cute.
on
Bite
to
me,
me.
Like me.
Go for it if you want to go, Tomas. It's all you.
It doesn't matter to me. But yeah. Okay, so guess I'll go with the ones that everybody already said. That's the main reason I'm like, man, everybody's already said all this shit. So, all right, so Pokemon Scarlet, Pokemon Violet, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl,
And Arceus, that's in 5.
and Arceus. That's all of it. Said I'm done, guys.
God, that's crazy.
Oh man,
Pokemon
that's
Cafe Rumble or whatever was 6. I'm sure.
Dylan. Okay.
All right, so I guess I'll start off with one that hasn't been mentioned yet, and that'll be Triangle Strategy.
Nice.
Oh.
I dove a little bit more into it. I can't it does a lot of things that I already enjoy. I love Final Fantasy Tactics. It's one of my favorite, like, square joints. That is just like, I think I go back like at least once a year and play War of the Lions just to remember how good Square used to be.
War Lion's so good.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's like I enjoyed a lot of the aspects of, like, it just feels like, that game, but there's a lot of, like, decision making things that, like, literally change your outcome. Like, you can choose to, like, burn down your village in order to kill more, like, foes, but you also, like, lose like favor from like one side that you're like going towards, and then they have this like balance system where like you have to like converse with all of your closest people to you, and you have to like try to coerce them to go in like a certain direction if you want to go one way or if you want to go the other way. It does so many things for my anxiety, but like it does so well for like the narrative of the game. It actually kind of makes you feel like your decisions matter. So
the triangle strategy, I see.
Yes.
See it.
I gotta play that game. Gosh.
Yeah. But yeah, and these are in no particular order. This is just kind of like, man, I got to put this shit together during lunch while I'm at work. I'm like, what did I watch and play this year? And then, all right, and then, yeah, Tunic.
Yeah.
Mainly for the first reason Eric said, really cute fox. God, the aesthetic of that game is it's just so nice. I like how I just love the colors. I love there's a bit of get good to it also.
Oh yeah.
But not like too punishing. And I don't know, man. It's such a good game for me to just like lay back at the end of a work day and just kind of like jaunt a little bit, maybe make it to a new checkpoint. I don't gotta like grind too much, but like I'm still enjoying myself. I do a lot of stuff, so I like games that are like that nowadays. I guess number 3, I put Cult of the Lamb.
Hey.
That was another one. Mainly this one does a lot of things that like I enjoy in video games. Like I like farm simulators. I like sim like kind of video games, and I like roguelike kind of video games too. And it's kind of like it was a nice happy little mix mash of all of that together. And yeah, it hit a lot of good receptors in my brain. And cute lamb. I don't think you can make like a cult themed video game much cuter than that. Sacrificing my pupils who are against me and everybody cheering with their hands in the air. And I'm just getting all that favor.
It feels so good. Feels so good to see the favor just go up and stuff.
Yep. Just crank it up, baby. I guess the next one I'll put is Turtles.
Oh yeah.
I did the Turts. Mainly just for the same reasons Mike did. Also, like there's something about like the fluidity of like the animation in that game. It just feels real good. Plays like boss. And it's like kind of like Mike. I think I beat the game in like 2 sittings. It was just like one of those ones I zoned out, and like every like half hour, Jackie would be like, "What are you playing?" I'm like, "Oh, Ninja Turtles." It's kind of like just enjoying myself.
Just beating them up.
Oh, my dog's barking. Awesome.
Man, loved playing that game. 1 sitting, 4-player. April O'Neil. Gosh, she just wrecked shit all day long. So
beat
good.
It. Casey Jones.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Casey's really good too.
I want to play 4 players.
Oh, yeah, play 4 players. Dude, that's the way to play it.
Just go online and play with people you don't know.
Yeah, man. I think I got that game. I bought the game twice. I bought it for Steam, and I bought it for Xbox because my cousins couldn't. They couldn't figure out like how to play with me through Steam, and it just didn't work out. So so I just ended up. I mean, it's on Game Pass. I Game Pass, so I just got it. It's like no big deal. And yeah, I played it like 3 times. It'd be 3 times. It's just a great game.
I've played that first level like 15 times probably because the kids always want to play it, but they never want to like do the whole thing again. So first level, real good. Real good.
Hell yeah. Game of the year. Elden Ring. No, I'm kidding. And the last one, and I thought about this real hard. So I'm the resident Pokemon guy. I had to put at least one of these shitstorms on my list.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I went with Arceus. A lot of your guys' input. Like just once it was like Eric's comeback.
Hell yeah.
into the realm. I feel like a lot of the ideas that they were trying to do were executed better in that game. I feel like Scarlet and Violet were just kind of like a hot mess of trying to put too much shit into one can, and you guys heard my list. Not enough polish. God, it's just.
Oh, it was Polish, not Polish. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I said Polish. So.
But out of the three, yes, that's right.
It's a good
3
game.
Pokemon games in a calendar year.
Hey, man.
I feel like I was the most excited playing that one. To be honest, Violet felt like a slog after a certain point. I like a lot of the ideas, but just not executed well. But yeah, Pokemon Arceus.
Man, we were in the Dominican Republic on a beautiful place, and we were like, let's play some Pokemon instead.
Hell yeah!
It's a fun game, man. It's so fun.
Fuck the real world, man.
The fan on that bitch was going.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, I better go inside.
My Switch be spinning sometimes.
All right. I guess I'm last. Here we go. This is an order, so I guess it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. So number 5, Warhammer 40K Darktide. Fucking great game. Is here? Okay, so love and hate relationship with this game. So I've been missing that Left 4 Dead like kind of 4-player. It's just Warhammer, and it's so good, and it looks so beautiful, and it's just so fun. But the problem with it, I mean, the gameplay is great. Problem that probably killed the game was its monetization. It was greedy, egregious, community outlash for it, and I get it, 100%. Vote with your wallet, and that game probably won't do well. But it is such a fun game, though. When it first came out, we're doing the betas and stuff, and it's just, I wish it would have stuck. Wish it would have stayed. Number 4, Shredder's Revenge, baby. We were just talking about it. It's I beat it 3 times. Took me back to the arcades. The sprites look amazing. The fluidity of the combat, and it makes me really I really miss beat 'em ups, and they don't make enough of them anymore. And I really think they could. I don't know, they could really monetize this in a real way. Just make a new level, I don't know, $5, $10, every other month, and just make a new boss.
X-Men next.
Yeah, that. Oh God, I would give my left nut for the X-Men series. That'd be great. That is so much fun as well. But yeah, it's just
not the left one. No.
The music was phenomenal. Everything was just lined up, and I don't think anyone I've heard play it said it was bad. It's just really enjoyable. It's fun. Whether 1, 2, 3 sits, if that, to beat it, a super fast playthrough. All right, so next is Cult of Lamb. What's not to say that you haven't already said? It's a cute game in roguelike fashion. Hit so many, dopamine rushes in my brain. And not gonna say much else about it other than what you guys already said. It's very, very fun game. Just kept on going back to it. This one's kind of closer to me. Guild Wars 2 End of Dragons expansion released this year.
Yeah.
This is a game that's been out for 10 years, and this is a story all basically accumulating up to this expansion. It's basically a story about all these elder dragons, and then you got to deal with the big bad of all the elder dragons and all that kind of stuff. But it is a love letter because the studio, is close to shutting down in 2020. A lot of crazy bad things happened to the studio in those 2 years, and somehow they came back and made this beautiful, amazing game for the community, and the music's just stellar. I mean, I think it was going to be nominated for a Grammy because the music was just so top level. And number 1, I haven't beat it yet, but I probably had the most fun playing it this year, is Elden Ring.
Hell yeah.
It hurts so good, It hurts so good. That's the best thing I can say about it. I think the opposite of Kayla's experience is everyone I know plays it, has played it, It's a phenomenon on Twitch. There's so many people watching people just play it because it's fun to see people die over and over and get frustrated. But
People
the bosses
hated watching me.
Yeah, yeah. I love myself a good boss puzzle, and that's what they essentially are. The bosses are just puzzles. How do I get through it? How do I do it? Then you get the speed running community that makes it look simple, and it's just crazy. It's such an amazing game. The story might, be lacking a little bit, but in terms of like innovation, like just gameplay and just being an open world Souls game, it's chef's kiss, man. It's so damn good, and I can't wait to play more of it.
It was very fun to like just go to a new place and explore it as much as you could.
God
Because
damn
every
it.
time you would turn a corner and just be like, oh, there's a hole. Oh, there's more. Oh, here we go. Oh, we're gonna go this way now. Like, it was very fun. I like to do stuff like that.
Yeah, I love the monster design and the area design and stuff like that. I mean, best art in aside from Immortality this year, in games at least. But yeah,
Immortality plug.
this is hey, I had to do it. We've got a list. We've got more than 5 bolded on this list. Let's share it for the people at home here. I know I have a way to do that. Yeah, so our best games list at this point, we have Horizon Forbidden West, we have Cult of the Lamb, we have TMNT Shredder's Revenge, we've got Tunic, we've got The Quarry, we've got God of War Ragnarok, and we have Elden Ring, all with at least 2 votes apiece. Tunic had 4, I think, votes. I think that was
Put it at 1.
Yeah, that's probably number 1, right?
I mean, I don't. I don't feel bad. I'm gonna put it at the top for now. I don't feel bad about that decision.
Yo, Tunic's been doing work this year. It's fucking...
Tunic's great. Tunic's wonderful.
I love our best moment.
3 Cult of the Lambs.
3 Cult of the
Right?
Lambs, I think. So we can move that to 2 for now. I think to
Got
2.
a lot of turtles on there.
I like
a lot of
putting
turtles.
out there.
We're gonna put some
I like
turtles.
your Axl Rose you got going on over there, Eric.
Yeah, I've been working on it. I've been working on it. Some call me the Axl Rose of podcasting.
I call you it.
Yeah, it's for how long the episodes take to come out. It's like we have one episode and then another one doesn't come out for quite some time.
The machine of Chinese democracy.
Next episode's Chinese democracy.
That's a
Somebody
joke
call
only for people who know about Guns N' Roses. Thanks.
We call up Buckethead. We need him.
So I am willing to sacrifice The Quarry. It was my number 5.
Yeah,
Let's call it Aaron's
my.
number 5 as well. Great game, needs to be talked about, but I don't know if it stands up with the titans of industry here.
Couldn't get past looking at David Arquette's face, man.
The facial capture, could use some work.
And the hair physics.
Good on you, Eric, to get to old Yeller your own dog. I like it.
Yeah, in a game all about dying.
Was Elden Ring on? I don't think it was
Elden
on
Ring
Aaron's
on a
list,
few.
but everybody else's.
Not on mine.
We had a 3 for Elden.
3-piece.
Okay, so that maybe makes a top 4, maybe not in
Didn't you have it on your list, Mike?
Elden was my 2.
Yeah, so it was on mine, Ryan's, yours, and Eric's.
Oh shit! Yes, sorry. 4.
Okay.
Swanger. If it's any consolation, my roommate loved the game, so.
That's 5.
Yeah.
So I think really it's between for final cuts, it's between God of War and Horizon, because I think they each got 2 votes if I remember, or maybe 3. God of War got 3 and Horizon only got 2. Is that right?
You guys practically shit on
God of War had 2
last
I believe.
episode.
Yeah.
They really did. Holy
Not
fuck,
me.
man.
Okay,
guys,
here you go.
You
Poor
guys
creative.
Oh, Aaron! I keep forgetting about Aaron. Yeah, God of War had 3, right? Aaron had God of War on his.
I think so.
Aaron had God of War, yes. Yeah, Aaron had God of War, I had God of War, Kayla had God of War. So that's 3 on that. And Horizon got what? Kayla, right? And Aaron.
I believe so.
Man, I couldn't connect with Horizon. I don't know. It was a whole lot of stuff thrown at you right away.
I heard that a lot from a lot of people who played it.
Huge game. Huge.
I would
huge
rather
game.
cut Horizon than God of War.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's cut God of War. No.
Look at
I love it.
I mean, it didn't
I
win
know.
Game of the Year, so.
So now we have a 5. We don't necessarily have the 5. We have a 5. We've got Tunic. We've got Cult of the Lamb. We've got TMNT Shredder's Revenge. We've got Elden Ring. And we've got God of War Ragnarok. I don't feel terrible about this 5, but...
Tunic number 1.
Please switch Cult of the Lamb and Elden Ring.
Switch Cult of the Lamb and Elden Ring. I can do that visually at least. Let's do that. See how this looks here. So that would make it a Tunic, Elden Ring, TMNT Shredder's Revenge, Cult of the Lamb, God of War Ragnarok list.
Looks great. I think it
great.
That's super
I really
fair.
like it. Is everyone okay with that?
Take a look.
Sounds
Nah,
super
bro.
good.
Vampire Survivors shouldn't have been a number 5.
I love that guy.
I really
Love
wanted
it,
to get
yeah.
around to playing it.
Unrelated, I want to
It's
ask
great.
you, have you played V Rising?
No,
Like-
no. I heard that's like a Valheim-esque kind of.
It's a survival
Like
game,
Vampire
vampire
Survivor.
survivor game. Yeah, you build a settlement and survival. Yeah, basically you're a newly resurrected vampire. Check it out if you like that. I think you'd like that.
Nice.
All right. Tunic, Elden Ring, TMNT Shredder's Revenge, Cult of the Lamb, and God of War Ragnarok. Here.
Man, that little fox just beat up everything. Look at him go.
I feel real good about Tunic being number 1.
Same here.
Pick
So,
out
you
the
can-
Souls
You
game.
guys can kind of do
Yeah.
whatever you want the rest of the list. If Tunic's number 1, I feel pretty good.
Man, the library. Remember getting up there? Gosh.
Tunic
What a
is
game.
doing work.
The
this
Ziggurat,
year,
man. The Ziggurat.
Yeah.
All right. That's our best games 2022. The Nonsense of the Year Awards say Tunic, Elden Ring, TMNT Shredder's Revenge, Cult of the Lamb, and God of War Ragnarok. The best games of 2022. On to best movies, anyone?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Aaron will start us off.
Let's
Can
do
I
it.
go next?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah.
Number 5, The Black Phone.
Ooh.
Good movie.
Why has it got to be the black phone?
Because that's the movie. All right. Significant Other is number 4. I know Mike was a big fan of this one.
I was not.
I'm lying about that one. Number
Significant
3,
Otter.
Barbarian. That might come up again, folks. Turning Red, number 2. Turning
Ooh.
Red. Animated.
Hell yeah.
film.
Little Pixar movie.
Hell
There you go.
yeah.
And number 1 on Aaron's list, Scream. Also known
Wow.
as Scream
Wow.
5 in
Really?
some territories.
No shit.
I'm going to put Scream 5, just so I know what we're talking about.
So Jenna Ortega.
Then what is the show is 5, so it's really
Right, that's right.
I'm kidding.
That was on
The show had
MTV,
3
right?
seasons, so this is actually like 8 or 9 or something.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
We watched all of them. We've seen all of Scream.
Yes,
Every
you did.
Every
God
one.
bless you.
Screamiacs, that's what they call us. Tomas, did you say you wanted to go second?
Yeah, I'll go second because this was not a big movie year for me. I just didn't have the time. So, I literally. Okay, so just to preface, I think I've only saw 6 movies this year.
Holy
Hey,
shit.
man.
And one of them was
That's on the
Thor, so I didn't want that one making the list. Fuck me.
That's so good.
Uh,
Oh, no. And then he dropped.
There you go.
Oh, and then he dropped. That's beautiful. Oh.
So
That
Thomas
was-
is Thor.
so
Love
the,
oh, fuck me. Before.
God of War. Like I was like, Thor, Love and Thunder.
Yeah, I'm just writing Thor, Love and Thunder in bold here.
One and only movie.
For Tomas.
So only 6 movies he saw it. 6 times he saw God of War.
Oh.
Love Thunder.
I want like an internet router
Same
that
thing.
when it goes out, it just it plays Tomas saying, "Oh, fuck me."
I don't want that. I don't.
I want to be warned when my internet goes out. You know.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Someone else want to go?
I think
Yeah,
so. Yeah.
I'll go.
Yeah,
I'll
why
go.
not?
Do it
Why
right.
not? All right. Fuck me. Oh, he's back. Never mind. Hold on.
He's back, baby. Maybe.
I'm just gonna go. All right.
Go
So
for it.
my number 5 is Black Adam. I'm just
No,
kidding.
it's
It's
not.
it's
No,
it's
Why is it gotta be Black Hat?
I'm a white Adam. I'd watch it.
Twice.
It's I don't know. I haven't seen. I had to look back and like looked at the movies I watched this year because I couldn't remember. Weird, the Weird
yeah.
Al, with Deanna Radcliffe.
Oh shit!
Fantastic. It's funny. Is it the parody of a parody of the is it was great. Made me laugh. Maybe only a one-time watcher, but yeah, it's I don't know. It's good. You don't get many comedies anymore. One Piece Red is number 4.
Grand battle.
What can I say about it? The music was amazing. Animation was amazing. The story is heartfelt. It was good, and it has got Shanks in it.
Is it the sequel
that
to
is.
Turning Red, or
Yes.
No, this is the prequel to Red, the Bruce Willis,
Yes.
Morgan Freeman
Fuck.
shooty bang bang movie.
Okay,
There you go.
got it.
Yeah,
Does
it's
Zorro do cool stuff in that Red movie.
they all do
Sorry.
cool stuff, man. And it's just
man.
if you're up to date with the anime, they just have like literally everybody in it. They got Big
Ooh.
Mom's crew. They got it's nuts.
Like 300 people.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people, but it's a giant world concert, venue essentially,
Yeah.
right? So, it's great. It's kind of like a One Piece musical almost because it's just the singer they had.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Super famous, but you I think you'd like it. But number 3, the Batman.
Batman.
Yeah,
Gotta kill the Batman.
probably the best Batman ever made.
Ooh,
What?
Debatable.
swinging.
Debatable.
Coming in
It's
swinging.
hard. The Dark Knight in this is a real kind of
Right.
back and forth for me, but yeah, the visuals, the artistically how it was, the music, the tone, the actors. I really dig dark Batman and emo Batman for other people, but
hell yeah.
yeah, it was just so good and real in a lot of ways that I really really enjoyed. Number 2, Fabelmans. I'm not going to spoil anything, but if you haven't seen it, see it. It's
I said spoilers, man.
it's no, I'm not
Free
gonna spoil it.
face.
It's such a well shot movie, and all the actors in it are phenomenal, and it's such a great ensemble.
Does that little kid do anything good with his life?
Yeah, some say he met an extraterrestrial and Harrison Ford along the way. And my number 1 is Everything Everywhere All at Once. That movie, man, just something special. It felt like a indie cult film from the beginning, and then it just turned to something much more meaningful in the very end. And I don't know what else to say about it. Everyone was great in it. I love Jamie Lee Curtis's little role in it. I loved all the different realms you got to visit, the hot dog fingers to them as just literally rocks staring out into the oblivion. It was so beautiful in so many ways, and the great thing about it is you can interpret it any way you want it. And the message for me in the whole movie is the meaning of life is literally what you make it. It's your story. That's it. That's my 5.
And my story's
The Matrix
Ratatouille.
does different.
So good. What a movie. What a movie. Tomas, do you want to go second again?
Yeah, let's try it again before Discord crashes again.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah. So like I think like only like 3 of these movies I like legitimately enjoyed.
The Thor.
No, the Thor: Love and Thunder was not on the list, but the last one on here was literally okay. So we went to the movies because we're like, man, we haven't been in the movies in a while, and Jackie loves period dramas. So she wanted to see this one movie, and it's like we saw it. And it was okay.
Okay.
So
What's it called?
it's on there.
You're convincing me.
What is
So
the movie?
I'll get to it.
Okay.
Leaving us in
Leave it
suspense.
up, people. Leave it up.
Yeah, it's number 1, baby.
Oh, okay.
Let's go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Gosh.
All right, we'll start out with we got the Batman.
Hell yeah.
just good movie, real good. I forgot it came out this year. That's how good it
One might
was.
say it's the best Batman movie. One person might say that.
Arguably the best Batman.
No, it's great.
No, man, shit was good, man. Like right out the gate, kicked the door off the hinges, and showed Bruce Wayne in a light that it's like, hey, he's a mental patient too, so I can relate to that. So, and then I forgot I watched this movie too this year until I listened to your guys' last podcast. Man, fucking Prey, yo.
Great.
You guys hyped the fuck out of that movie too. I was like, oh yeah, that came out too, and I saw that, and it was pretty good. So,
That was the period piece you were talking about, right?
yes, that was the period piece.
Yeah. Eat, pray, love, baby.
You pray love.
Eat, pray, predator.
Number 3, Medea's Homecoming. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
And this one I just saw recently. Actually, I actually went to go see The Whale.
Ooh.
Yeah. That movie was sad.
So I've heard.
Well, was it that good as like everyone's saying it is?
It's good. I feel like the things it was trying to portray were very well done. I'm in recovery. He's not on drugs or anything, but he deals with an uncontrollable, eating, disorder. And they portrayed that really well on screen to the point where like it was a little hard to watch at times for me. But no, I enjoyed it. Jackie really loved how it ended too. It's kind of just it was artistic in the ending, but yeah, no, I guess it was based off of a play too. So
yeah,
and you can kind of tell, but it's a very small cast. Like it's very intimate, like in the sense that like there's just like these 5 characters and it takes place like it's literally just in one place. And interesting movie. I enjoyed it. And mind you, I only saw 6 movies this year, but I think it would have made my list either way.
Nice.
The other one, and this one was just because Jackie really wanted to watch Beavis and Bud do the universe.
I forgot they came out.
Not as good as Do America.
Do America, yeah.
But good.
But there were some chuckles in there, though. I had a few laughs. Didn't have to leave my house to watch it. So.
Oh yeah.
And number 1, the best movie of the year, definitive. Mr. Malcolm's List.
Shit, I have no idea what that is.
It's about a guy in a period drama who's like he's the most eligible bachelor in the area, but like he's got this list that like he'd be screening his bitches. So it's like,
Oh my.
yeah, it's like and if so like this one hoity-toity girl gets like turned down by him because she just can't keep a conversation by him. And she gets like super pissed off. So she's like, oh, like I got this really smart friend, and why don't I just like give her the makeover? And but coincidentally, she falls in love with him.
Oh shit!
This
But,
is a real movie. Oh my god!
Yes, it is.
Richard
It is the thing. It's very formulaic. I've seen this movie like at least 80 times.
You thought you made this shit up? You really?
Dude, I'm very well aware of cinema, and Mr. Malcolm's List sounds like a made-up fucking movie, but it is not. It is an 82 on Rotten Tomatoes. Way to go, Thomas.
It's a sequel to Malcolm X. So
I thought he said Mr. Malkovich, and I was like, what was John Malkovich in this year?
Okay, so this was worth putting it on the list.
Oh god. Oh wow, Mr. Malkovich. Oh, that's number one. I'm bolding this one right now.
my cheeks hurt. Fuck.
Goodness gracious.
Game of the year. Let's go.
Wow, Mr. Malcolm's List. Okay, it's on Showtime for anyone who wants to check out Mr. Malcolm's List. And like I said, it's sitting at an 82% on Rotten Tomatoes. So,
Boom. Certified fresh, baby.
oh boy.
Let's go.
It's got Theo James for all the ladies. I know that's a guy people like.
It's a guy people.
Oh boy, I can't top that, but I'll try. I'm gonna go next. Mike, thank you. You gave me a life reaffirming experience this year when I watched Until the Wheels Fall Off, the Tony Hawk documentary. Invigorated me in a lot of ways. And
bro, you just, like reverted back to like high school.
Oh
when
man,
you were watching.
It really is. It really is my high school experience in a lot of ways, and just seeing all those. It's honestly a super depressing like portrayal in a lot of ways, but like just seeing those old skaters who I used to like love and watch in the X Games and play in Tony Hawk and on the video games and stuff, and just seeing them and I don't know. Quit it. Man, they can't. It's a full on like addiction, and they like when everyone that they interviewed says like, oh yeah, Tony Hawk's just gonna like die on a vert ramp one of these days, like it's just gonna happen, like and I don't think they were prompted. It's just like they all fully know that that's gonna happen. And you see it, the opening montage of him just trying I think he's trying like a 720 a bunch of times, and like a McTwist.
Knees can't do that.
And it was like in 2015, so he was like 49 or something like that when he's trying it. And spoilers, he hits it, but you see him fall, I don't know, 24 times or some shit. Like it's just, and it's insane. It like, I mean, and you see him fall quite a bit in the documentary in general, and just I don't know. It was crack for me. It just really was in a lot of ways. And
I've never heard of a crippling skateboard addiction. Quite literally crippling.
Yeah. Well, little story. The next day after watching this, I went out and skated a little bit for about an hour.
No,
and I literally could not get out of bed the next morning. So crippling.
You haven't used those muscles in like 15 years, bro.
Oh gosh, it was fun though. It was good.
Shins.
But so that's Until the Wheels Fall Off. My number 5.
Midlife crisis.
Very cool.
Number 4, The Batman. Just really good. Rewatched that one recently, and I'm all in. I think I had some qualms. I remember like leaving it and being like, I didn't like a lot of the direction they went. I only kind of liked this. I didn't love it, but in a rewatch, I'm like, no, I actually really like this movie. Battinson, man, he's my Batman now.
Did you see it in theaters?
I did, yeah.
Oh man, I don't think it would have been the same if I didn't see it in theaters. Like how the lighting and everything was, it just hit me different.
It's a pretty ass movie, and I'm glad I have a nice TV because it
it was nice at home.
Yeah, it was good.
My bladder was not happy at the end of that movie.
Oh, yeah. No, they only make long-ass movies nowadays.
Yeah.
So, yeah, The Batman. Barbarian is my number 3. Loved that movie. Left that movie just like, no questions, just like, man, I had a good-ass time in this movie. Just like that mid movie twist just really got me. The every inch counts kind of scene. I'm glad you reminded me, Kayla, how much I love that scene and was just losing it like multiple times in a theater. Glad no one goes into theaters anymore, so I can laugh alone. And Barbarian was just great. Creepy, scary, but also just hilarious as well. There's like a great mix of both of those things. And a rare movie where the trailer doesn't give it all away. Perfect trailer, I think, in a lot of ways. Number 2, very similar experience where I left this movie just feeling like, hell yeah, movies are dope, right? It's a lot of fun. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Sam Raimi, man, I ride with that guy. Just loved his touches on this. I've already talked about Scarlet Witch was my favorite character this year. I thought she redeemed herself in a lot of ways, just as being interesting to me. Just really cool ass movie. I don't know, like the horror elements, they got away with more in this movie than any other Marvel movie I think has ever done in terms of like violence and things like that. Weird kind of gross stuff too, and just I don't know. Marvel still got it sometimes.
Sometimes.
And
throw a dart at the wall, buddy.
It made Doctor Strange, who was a character I wasn't really into, a cool ass character, and it made Scarlet Witch really cool in 2 characters that I wasn't really into, and it really did that for me. So big fan. It was number 1 until I saw Babylon. What a fucking movie, guys. Movies, they're great. They're great. That's what Babylon's about. Is just like, hey, aren't movies fucking nuts? Aren't they cool? Damien Chazelle, I think I need to see Whiplash now. He's convinced me. I need to see Whiplash.
Yes, Eric, you should see Whiplash. You dumb.
Because La La Land is one of my favorite movies, and I think Babylon is shooting up the charts for me. It is gross.
Babylon
it is
Hive
loud.
over here.
It is weird. It is fucking pretentious. It is the fucking credit. The title screen doesn't come for an hour. This movie's like you see the title an hour into this movie. It is a 3-hour movie.
There's another movie in this movie.
It is. And then hearing later on that almost all of, like, there's almost no CGI, everything's practical. They, like, have, like, 500 extras in this movie. And it just really gives you, if you give a shit at all about, like, the early days of movies and how just batshit insane things must have been, like, shooting movies in just after the turn of the century, the change from silent films to talkies, like I don't know, it just does it really, really well. Brad Pitt, charming as always. Margot Robbie is just electric, and Diego Calva, pretty cool too. He's actually like kind of the main character. I think he like has more screen time than either Margot Robbie or Brad Pitt, but did I say Ben Affleck earlier? I don't know. At Brad Pitt.
It's like 80,000 people in this movie. I'm like going through the Google.
Dude, and it's Gene from Smart. The beginning. It's Gene Smart, and oh my gosh, she's really good too. Everyone's used like so perfectly. The music is fantastic. I mean, it's everything. I mean, it's that.
It's a very high energy film the entire time. I felt like I was like on drugs myself the entire time.
Yeah, it's just a cocaine movie. Like it's just about like it's insane, and I don't know, I loved it. I left it just feeling like a million emotions and thought it was just fucking the coolest thing that I saw this year. So Babylon's my number 1.
Good on you. Wow.
Did it make you sweat?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Tobey Maguire, fucking awesome in this movie. He's in it for like 5 minutes.
But he's great.
Wonderful.
He looked. The previews, he looked really like creepy,
terrifying.
He's
terrifying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's got that going on. Should I go next?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know who else needs to go, but I'll go. I love when there's like a line that just sticks with you in a movie, and you'll just randomly be at work, and something comes up where you just get to shout, "I have big lungs!" And I love it. My number 5 is Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. I left that movie feeling like they're like all smiles. What the fuck just happened? That was nuts. But still a scary movie that really got brought to like our current time. Was quite a ride. I loved the twists and turns and the suspicion that you had of everybody, and it was good. I like Bodies, Bodies, Bodies.
It's great.
Number 4, I didn't put on the long list. My bad. It was a late ad. Is Do Revenge. I missed out on it in the summer, but I watched it a couple weeks ago now, and I really loved it for being like a high school kind of Mean Girls movie. It's great. It has all of the things that you want in a suspenseful revenge teen. I don't know. Do I want to call it a thriller, a mystery? I don't know. It's got a lot of good stuff. Maya Hawke was fantastic. I don't know that lady's name, the other girl, but she's just beautiful to look at.
Pretty lady.
She's very pretty. That's number 4. Number 3, I have Barbarian. Barbarian. You thought you were going to see kind of cookie cutter scary movie, takes place during Airbnb time, and all that is true, but it is there's a whole no pun intended monster in the basement, like for real, legitimate, and good stuff. Funny, mystery. I like a little bit of everything. Speaking of Everything Everywhere All at Once, is my number 2.
There it is.
Just a very unique film.
The Daniels, man.
Makes you really open your eyes to just other people's lives and think about all the different lives you could have and how wild those things could be and mediocre things are or aren't. And then number 1, I have The Batman. I loved it. That's my shit. Give me more of that.
Oh.
Man.
Batman
Guess
High.
we're going to have the Batman on our list. The 7th best Batman movie. It's gonna be.
Oh,
man.
Bruce Wayne.
God. All right. I'll start my list. At number 5, I have the Batman. No, I have
son of a bitch.
This is the newest edition for me. So in the 12th hour here. I don't think it was on the long list, but The Menu. Caught on HBO Max, like a lot of people have recently, and man, just a really fun movie. I believe her name is Hong Cho.
Chow.
She was in
Hong Chow. Yeah.
Hong Chow. She was in The Watchmen, and she was great in that the show version of that, and she's so good in this, and just seeing what's happening on this dinner at this exclusive island with these rich yuppie people, and Anya Taylor-Joy is not supposed to be there, like she's like a guest that wasn't on the guest list, and how she wiggles out of it at the end is so good, and just really love the movie. Number 4, I'm with Kayla. Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Just it was like a thrill ride of a movie for me too, and just when things like just going through the dark hallways and just seeing a body with a flashlight run past, like just that cool camera stuff they were doing there, and just man, like it just felt like a perfect depiction of like these, what are they, Gen Z kids? I don't know what are the characters in this. I don't know, but
I think they're just called the Pete Davidson generation.
Sure. The Davisonettes. They did
Young bloods.
They did a great job. Love the movie. My number 3 is On the Count of Three. The dark comedy. Apparently, it's too dark for some people.
Dark as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the suicide movie. Like two friends who are they make a suicide pact, and they're going to, just do it on the count of 3. They're going to point guns at each other, and shoot each other. But they back out. One of them backs out at the last minute. They're going to have the last 24 hours, and really touching stuff mixed with, humor as well, dark stuff. And I don't know. I thought they really walked the tightrope pretty well. Gerard Carmichael in this was great. And man, I saw it early in the year, and it stuck with me for a long time. Really good. My number 2, I think everyone who's had this on their list had it at number 2, is Everything Everywhere All at Once. Just a awesome action movie, like the most touching, heartwarming movie I've seen maybe ever. And really funny too, like Rack and Cooey and all that stuff, and just a really great fucking casserole of all that shit, man. And just I was kind of upset I didn't think about this for moments, because I think it would have made the list. But just when her and her daughter are rocks at the Grand Canyon or whatever the fuck they are, and just the words on screen, they're not speaking because they're rocks, and just great stuff. And
what a moment.
I thought even the daughter's introduction rivaled the Illuminati kind of scene too. Thought she was just basically the Scarlet Witch, but in this movie,
use a lot of phallic things.
Just really, really good, really great movie.
Hell yeah.
My number 1 is Prey. God damn, what a fucking movie, man! It was one of those movies we kept talking about it leading up, and I'm like, man, this Prey looks fucking good, man. It's a really good concept. It looks cool as fuck, and it just delivered completely. Something like Barbarian, where I was hyped for it for so long, and then I eventually saw it, and it kind of killed my hype for that movie. Prey delivered completely. We talked about how great Naru is, just the cool little moments, the lore kind of Predator stuff that they can introduce, and it doesn't feel terrible. It felt really great. Like it was really great, cool stuff that they're adding to this 30-something-year-old property. And I think it's a great movie that rivals it's right up there with Predator. So
Hell yeah.
That's my list.
OG Predator?
Yeah.
Really?
I think it's as good. I watched the Predator shortly after watching Prey, because I'm like, man, I think Prey might be better.
Yeah.
But after watching Predator, I'm like, man, Predator's really good.
Predator's pretty good.
Predator's pretty good, but still.
Predator's great that, it originated the idea and everything else. But I don't know. I'd rather watch Prey, honestly, at this point. Maybe just because I've seen Predator so many times. But Prey's fucking great. Was that everyone?
Yeah. I think
that's everybody.
I think that's it, sir.
Wow, what a list. We've got a 5. We've got a 5. I'm gonna put them in in order here. I didn't think we were gonna get a 5. We had a diverse kind of list there for a second.
Tell me Mr. Malcolm's list.
Yeah, we almost had to put Mr. Malcolm's list.
Let's just call this list Mr. Malkovich's list.
Yeah.
That's all we got to do.
In my heart, at least. So right now we've got Bodies, Barbarian, The Batman, Everything Everywhere, All at Once, and Prey. Not a bad movie among them. Really good list there.
Should we put Everything Everywhere All at Once at number 2? Because I feel like Mike said, a lot of us, if not all of us, who had it at number 2.
I feel strong about it at number 2.
For now, we'll just put it there.
I don't feel bad about it at number 1, to tell you the God's honest truth.
I wouldn't either.
Okay. I feel like I don't really like anything else for number 1, quite honestly.
For me,
like we were kind of mixed.
It'd be like Barbarian would be.
Oh no!
See,
oof.
I don't think you want Batman at number 1 either.
So we'll just put Everything Everywhere at number 1. I think we feel strong about that.
Barbarian at 5. Tied with Batman at 5. We don't have a 4.
I'm okay with Prey being 2. I loved Prey. I think
Prey.
Prey was
what
good.
do we think about Prey at 2?
I don't know. You guys all love Batman. I don't want to push your guys' love of Batman out of the having a
Eat, pray, love.
a 2 spot or a 1 spot or whatever. I'm up for hearing it.
I'd feel good. I don't want Batman to be lower than 3, and I don't know. I think I kind of don't want Prey to be lower than 3 either. I don't want Barbarian to be lower than 3. So I'm gonna.
5 of us have Batman.
Did 5 of us have Batman?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Aaron as well.
I think that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You guys all loved it.
Yeah.
Batman goes number 2.
Okay.
I think Prey was on 2 lists.
On mine, and it was on Mike's.
Not on Aaron's.
I don't think he had it.
I don't think he had it. No. Should bring it back up here.
Yeah, Black Phone. He
did not. He had Barbarian.
Turning Red, Scream 5, and I'm missing one.
Man. I think Turning Red would have been my 6. That or Jackass.
Batman, that's right.
Or went out for Jackass.
Yeah.
Man, what a movie. What a good.
Yeah, he didn't Prey.
I think Prey goes to number 3.
I'm gonna highlight it. I'm gonna hit cut. I'm gonna click on another cell, and then I'm gonna hit insert.
Whoa!
All right, it happened, guys. Right now the list is Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, The Batman, Prey, Bodies, and Barbarian.
Lock it in.
Sounds good.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that's like solid.
Not too many arguments this one, huh?
Not too many arguments. I thought this would be... I didn't think we were going to have a consensus 5 first, and then we got there. So, the best movies of 2022 says us, Everything,
the Mr.
Everywhere.
Malkovich list.
Yes, the Mr. Malkovich list. Nonsense of the year 2022. Best movies, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, The Batman, Prey, Bodies, and Barbarian. Also, Mr. Malcolm's list is actually a movie. That is my...
I just want to preface that, like, I wrote down Mr. Malcolm's list, and then I wrote LOL after it on my list.
Oh, boy.
Worked out pretty good.
What a thing. We are to our final category. It's Best Shows of 2022. The Nonsense of the Year
Dylon.
Shows has been our last 2 years in a row because TV's fucking great nowadays, guys.
So much.
Get on it. I'll start with Aaron.
Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, he said Book of Boba Fett just multiple times. Yellow Jackets was his number 5. The Righteous Gemstones, Season 2.
Ooh. I forgot about that.
Very good.
The Bear, number 3. Stranger Things, Season 4.
Wow.
And Dairy Girls, Season 3.
Hell yeah.
Gotta have the Dairy Girls. Gotta do
I
it.
wanted to tell Aaron, the Dairy Girls chick, the Leslie, she is in Bridgerton, watching Bridgerton now.
Hell yeah. Yeah, she is.
I didn't know. It was a
she's Penelope.
surprise. Yeah.
Bridgerton pod win, you know?
I watch Bridgerton. I enjoy Bridgerton.
I am doing it based on your recommendation.
Second season, a lot less sex rompy than the first. So
We're just now learning what that is.
yes.
All right. I don't like how that looks.
Marital acts and all.
Marital
Nice.
acts. Okay, so that's Yellow Jackets, the Righteous Gemstone Season 2, The Bear, Stranger Things Season 4, and Dairy Girls Season 3. He's a franchise guy, that Aaron.
Yeah, he is.
Second. I'll go second. Why not? Let's do it.
Do
Let's do it, right? I also had The Bear. My number 5 was The Bear. We've talked quite a bit about The Bear multiple times in this podcast, especially here on the Nonsense of the Year Awards.
Hold on. Wait a second. The Bear. Mayor. Is this our Mayor of Easttown this year?
Could be.
Tomas just was tripping.
Richie's the killer. It's too easy to solve.
Oh boy.
Richie's killer for sure.
So yeah, just a frantic ass movie. A lot of the same emotions of Babylon in this one, and
Ooh,
just
Babylon has bear vibes. Is that what you're
if
telling
you want
me?
to just feel
man.
like you're in
Sweating.
Racing with
thing,
light.
man. Yeah, hell yeah,
Sweating a lot.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm not good enough.
Yes.
Cousin.
All those are very on both ends.
That you're part of a thing bigger than yourself. Yes,
This is true.
The Bear.
I feel all those things all at once.
Without a doubt. Good show. Number 4. Some might say a better show. Winning Time, Rise of the Lakers Dynasty. Just so much fun, guys.
I did love it.
This was another one where it's like another one of like my great loves is basketball, and
Hell yeah.
this is just a fun take on basketball, and a cool, like, I didn't know much about the Showtime Lakers coming in. I mean, I know all the names and everything else, but the personalities not as much. I didn't watch basketball when I was 1 years old or whatever. Right. So but still really cool. I mean, this is like the team that kind of made basketball big enough that Michael Jordan could take over the world, and just a really, really fun story, great cast, wonderful ensemble.
On a scale from 1 to The Last Dance, where would you rate it?
How did John C. do?
Love him. Love him.
Good.
God.
Great.
Yeah,
So good.
he's like a lovable, gross human being. Like, he's just a gross guy, but you just love him.
I
like,
love
you don't
him
even
from
hate
afar.
Wasn't there some drama between him and
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell in this role? Because Will Ferrell really wanted it, apparently, right?
Well, I think the drama is between Ferrell and the creator of the show.
Okay. Sure,
Riley.
between them. They're friends, so I'd imagine.
Because I think Ferrell was promised the role, but Riley's the fucking pick, man. When I heard of that casting as Dr. Jerry Buss, I was like, yep, that's
the one.
They look exactly like.
And the things they do with like the film grain and just making it look like this period piece, and the costuming, all the Jerry Buss's suits and the just weird lounges that they go to and stuff to do, shady deals and everything else, and the mob element. It's a really cool ass show. Just HBO, man, just putting on the hits. Number 3, She-Hulk. You ever heard of her? She's great. She-Hulk. What a show. I had kind of low expectations going into this one. Had no relationship to the She-Hulk character. Kayla and I think, remarked several times on the, as it was the trailers and stuff like that, the marketing was like, it's kind of cringy a little bit. Like, they're really like sexing it up, right? But no, it's just a cool ass, like, female positive ass show. Not concerned with like gigantic MCU overarching storylines and end of the world shit. Just like a funny female lawyer drama with a superhero, and really well executed. That final episode was silly and weird and wacky, and just
they really went for something different with that.
They really did. It was great. I enjoyed it. A little less fun the next two. I don't know. They're great in their own ways. Hard. This is a real toss-up for me between these two. Just two really, really fantastic shows. But I went with number 2. I went with Severance. Love the show. Just thought it was really unique concept. I thought the final episode where it's just this frantic chase to figure everything out, to kind of like a heist kind of within a heist situation, that's with tragic consequences and everything. Man, I just really, really enjoyed it. I thought I didn't have a favorite character because there were so many wacky characters in just unique situations. Just really, really, really cool. Great concept, and I'm excited to see where it goes. They've built like a intriguing kind of world. Like this season was such a small, confined space and kind of small narrative, but they put little crumbs out there for that it's a lot bigger world than you see, and I want to see it. Really excited for season 2, Severance. But Station 11 was my number 1 show of 2022. Did a apocalyptic story as good as I've ever seen. Just a really, once again, a unique concept instead of, constant, your Walking Dead, your Last of Us, where it's all just brutal, everyone against everyone, zombies, just shitty. They're going to rebuild the world through Shakespeare, and a traveling Shakespeare troupe and culture, and it's just good. It's just a great concept that worked really, really well for me. There's like minimal violence, but there's always just this like threat that at any point there could be violence. There could be like this dissolution of the society they've created and these characters that they've kind of built up. And I don't know, it just worked on me so many ways. All the cutbacks to the before times and everything that led to the end of the world and everything, the relationship between Kirsten and Jeevan, and I can't think of his name right now, but the doctor, Arthur, yeah, Arthur, yeah. I think that was his name. He was on my list of best characters for a long time. Just really unique kind of, I did all this to put the world back together, but I'm still an asshole at heart, and it's got such an intriguing storyline and everything else. So many different characters that kind of all come together in the end, and Shakespeare, kind of good at writing,
Man, I'm shocked. I didn't think you liked it that much.
I liked it a lot.
Wow.
Clark, right?
What's
Clark?
That?
Arthur
Clark.
was
You're right, not Arthur.
the actor's name.
You're right. It's Clark. Yep.
Yes.
Good call. Clark. Really like Clark. But Arthur was great too in his couple scenes.
Yeah, that's Gael Garcia's character.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What a guy.
What a guy.
Station 11,
What a
my
show.
number 1 of 2020. Just fantastic. HBO, man. They don't miss.
Bang bang. Who's going next? Is it me? I'll go.
Do it.
All right. So my number 5, I was worried it wouldn't make it, but I just couldn't leave it off. Our Flag Means Death, another HBO joint. Taika joint. We love Taika here. Just such a funny, cool group of ragtag pirates, and just the relationship between Steed and Ed Teach, Blackbeard. It's great. I really just loved that relationship building and fucking just hated Steed by the end of it for breaking that up. And just such a joy of a show. Really loved it. Number 4, another joy of a show. I'm glad I got around to it. Winning Time. Fucking just really, really loved Winning Time. Loved how they cast everybody in the show. Kareem was the standout for me. I thought the actor they cast for Magic was just like eerily spot on. And man, just Jerry West, his batshit fucking crazy moments going on. God, and I like Eric. I love basketball. I love the myths and the lore and everything built around this era specifically between Bird and Magic. And God, just so good. Can't wait for season 2. Can't wait for them to build on that. And this stuff isn't like watching a documentary. They're twisting the truths of these people. Yeah, for sure. And I want to see where they go next, how far they'll go. So that's my number 4. Number 3, the last of the HBO train for me here, but Station 11. Just really like a genius show that at times I feel is too smart for me, and I can't wait to just keep like rewatch it maybe a year from now, and maybe for the rest of my life every year rewatch it and just try to figure it all out. God, man, just perfectly done. Like, I don't know, like I'm watching Last of Us now, and I don't know, something, it's like, man, this ain't Station 11. I like Last of Us so far. I know we haven't really had a chance to talk about that on the pod, but I just feel like it's walking in the snowy footprints that Station 11 left on Lake Michigan. And my number 2 is The Bear, the great on Hulu.
Hell yeah!
Just, man, right from the jump, episode 1, it's like, oh, these 7 characters, I love them right away. Wow, holy shit! Like, I just dug the whole fucking vibe of that. The actor who plays Richie, I don't know his name, but just fucking great. Carmi, the main character, great. Seeing even the cameo of fucking John Barenthal, so good. And this is I think I said it before, it's just the show that I want to see a season 2 of, like, right away. Like, I just want to be back there, see how they're doing, see how things are going. And yeah, but number 1 is Andor.
Andor.
It's the best thing of the year for me. By episode 3, I was just totally hooked on whatever this thing was going to turn out to be, and it turned out to be amazing. Probably my favorite Star Wars ever. Anything in that, it's. I've heard a lot of people say this, like, because it's so not Star Wars, and I like that. Man, just the structure of it, and seeing how just this little incident could really start this whole thing, and really how they brought an evilness back to the Empire and made them, they're not these dumbasses getting beat by teddy bears in the forest anymore. They're like a real legit, like, tyrant, overbearing, scary thing in this world again. And the town of Ferrix, just how they fleshed that out with all the cool little people in that world, and the heist stuff, the prison stuff, and the revolution stuff at the end. It all works so well. Homeboy he's Gollum. What's his name?
No, you wouldn't give me it before.
Andy Serkis.
Well, because I didn't know it.
Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis, thank you. Him as Kino Loy. I got the character name, so fuck off.
Did Bilbo
And
Baggins Day again?
that prison break and his character specifically, like just learning that he's not going to get out. He doesn't have like 3 months or whatever he thinks left on his sentence, that he's not getting out of this place. And that being, him and Cassian just fucking running shop on this fucking prison and getting out and then realizing, oh, fuck, we're in a fucking middle of an ocean. Like, how do we get off of this thing? Kino can't swim. And that's where you're left with him. And man, just Luthen's speech to Lonnie. I think of you all the time, Lonnie. Like, oh God, it's just perfect. It's so good. It's the best thing.
That wasn't a terrible Skarsgård. I heard it there.
I've been working on
Sneak it in a little bit.
I've been working on my Axl Rose. He's been doing his Skarsgård. It's what we do.
Good
Cassian
job.
Ender.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Nice. I'll go next.
Old Andor right now.
Ooh. All right. Andor. That's Ryan's list.
Yeah. -4. I'm just gonna. This is no particular order. I'm gonna do Cyberpunk Edge Runners. It was amazing animation, amazing show, amazing music. What a blend of artistry they put together. A lot of love. You can tell that CD Projekt Red really gave them the money and the time for Studio Trigger to really take their time and do something special with their franchise. As realistic anime characters. I know you don't get a lot of that, like the shonen. It's like bulletproof, plot armor. But a lot of these people feel like they could die at literally any moment. Any moment, doesn't matter.
They do.
And they do, and they really do. And yeah, man, it was just good. I mean, this fucking show, let alone it just raised the sales of Cyberpunk. It gave them like one of their best quarters ever because of just the show, how good it was. Yeah, it was just one of those animes that stuck out. I mean, there wasn't a lot of crazy anime this year that I could really rave about. There's a couple that come to mind, but this one was fantastic. So good job, Studio Trigger, man. You guys really did an amazing job with that. Definitely tugging on the heartstrings with this one. Stranger Things season 4. I couldn't stop watching this shit. If like every day is like, oh man, I get another amazing movie. The episodes were just so long, and people hated that. People loved that. I get it. But like, they just kept on feeding me, bro, and I kept on. Might as well just blend it and put it down my throat. Is that good?
There you go.
It was so good. Yeah. If this movie was food, I would be Brendan Fraser in The Whale. Big at this point.
It's pretty big.
Yeah, the whole fucking moment with Sadie Sink and Vecna and that soundtrack. What was that song?
Mike Myers. Running up the hill.
Yeah, Run Up the Hill.
The original.
I had that on loop every fucking day. That scene. It was so good. It had like, horror elements to it from the 80s to like nostalgia bombs for me, but also just great characters. I think she had one of the best arcs in that season. But yeah, that whole scene was phenomenal, and I love the cameo of Robert Englund in this. That was creepy. That was great. Vecna, the actor for Vecna. Wow, when he wasn't, in the costume he is amazing, but outside when they're in that like kind of facility with all the like this, special children with all the powers and shit, creeped me the fuck out. But he is such a good actor. Really drew your attention to him whenever he was speaking on screen, and you could tell there was something more to him. Yeah, Stranger Things season 4, amazing. Can't wait for the last season. Sandman. Really? I know a lot of people didn't like it that much.
Name I haven't heard in a while.
I thought it was great. I thought the main lead, his voice, his presence, is just his acting was literally the Sandman. I couldn't ask for anything better. The episode, spoilers, where they go back to the guy that death takes away the ability to die. He just like lives forever. I thought that episode was so amazing. Death was amazing. Great episode, man. the second half of the season where they weren't doing some of the comic stuff, right, kind of lost me. But overall, I thought, I always forget these actors. Lupin from Harry Potter. What was that actor's name?
Oh
You're
man,
talking
I always
about
forget his name. Yeah,
yeah. Main bad guy in Wonder Woman.
Gary Oldman. Yeah.
Not Gary Oldman, but his arc was fantastic, and he felt
Gleason,
so.
right? Yeah.
That whole restaurant scene of him just like destroying people's lives and making them tell truths, and
It's really good.
it was such a man. That was a wild episode. Just had me
David
on the edge of my.
Thewlis.
Thank you.
Yeah.
David Thewlis, the performance is great, even how short it was. Everything about it was fantastic. I really loved the little cameo of, again, I don't know his fucking name, British actor, older.
There's a couple of them,
I don't know who he is, but he is one of the
Daniel Day-Lewis.
No, yeah, Daniel Day-Lewis. No, it was Jonathan. I don't know who it is, but anyways, yeah, great show. I'm happy to get renewed for second season, and good stuff. Andor. What isn't there to say about Andor? Literally the best Star Wars we've ever had, and I hope they take note of how rave the reviews are about it, because it's better than any other Star Wars. Just the story, the complexity, the realistic. I mean, everything doesn't need to be edgy, gritty, and dark. It doesn't need to be. And Star Wars beginning really wasn't that way. But getting a taste of this, I never want to go back, man. I hope they just. I hope Mandalorian season 8. they got Baby Yoda with a chainsaw, and he's he's going against some fucking dark Sith and shit. I don't know. I can't wait for it. Andor, amazing. Also the dragon.
Ooh.
I loved it. I don't know. I couldn't stop watching that show. It was my crack for the year for TV shows.
Hell yeah.
It just the story enthralled me. I thought I was done with Game of Thrones. I was like, I was even late on the show. I slept on it for months. I was like,
whoa.
I was like, people kept on saying it's good, but I'm kind of done with Game of Thrones, after the terrible ending they had. And then I watched the first 2 episodes. I was like, fuck, what'd I do? What am I into? And I just literally binged
one last time.
I don't think I binged anything harder than that show. It was so fucking good. The characters are all great, complex, intertwine. If you like that political drama and intrigue, it's for you. If you don't, I don't think the show is for you. But I think season 2 is going to be something special and huge, and probably maybe rival movies. Just if you know what goes on in that timeline and what happens afterward, is just absolutely insane, because you really get involved with sea dragons, and can't wait. Great show.
Play the game, baby.
Yeah.
Nice.
The best part.
Who's next?
I think I'm the only one left, right?
Oh,
I'm still left, but you can go.
Oh shit. I was ordering Jackie birthday presents halfway through this.
Solid. You ordered her House of the Dragon.
Yeah. I got House of the Dragon Blu-ray edition. All right. Couple of repeats on here. I guess I'll start with those. House of Dragon was on there for me too. I think Ryan kind of nailed my reason on the head, the political aspect. I love the conniving, the underhandedness, man, you guys really wrote a fucking love letter to Viserys on the last episode. It reminded me of like Mike, when you were explaining, it's like, dude just wants to play with his fucking figurines, man. Fucking, I was like, I felt that. Hopefully he was just trying his best. pour one out for my boy Viserys. Good show though, man. Yeah, it was another one of those things though too. I was like, I thought I was done with the Thrones, but I was willing to give it one last shot. And I was like, telling myself, I can drink on the weekends. It'll be all right. Nope. So, but it was good to feel excited about, Game of Thrones stuff again too.
Oh yeah.
And these are in no particular order either. So, although I'd probably say the bear was probably my number one if I had to choose one.
Oh, sorry, not to cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead.
That would have been on my list, but I think it is fair for me because I didn't finish it yet. So amazing show.
I saw your comment. Yeah, show is just great. I can relate to how tired Carmi is all the time. Just perpetually just. You know, they had a lot of things. Just so many emotions. You know, you had the recovery shit in there too. Fucking spiking the kids' punch at their fucking party. it was all over the place, but man, it was. You know, Eric talks about Babylon making him sweat. You know, fucking the bear's like hitting the gym for like 3 hours.
Yeah,
with no water breaks. I guess gotta go with the Rings of Power. And I like this a lot for, you know, a lot of different reasons. You know, I liked my bromance. I like breaking some boulders with my dwarf bros. Then, God, this show was just fucking beautiful. Like, it just looked good. You know, what a fresh coat of paint could do for a show. You know, no muted like colors. You know, pop and contrast everywhere. The sun is out. You can, you know, when's the last time we had something like that? You know, it's fucking. Nah, but then I just enjoyed it. You know, I like those kind of worlds, fantasy shit. Like, you know, I've played some D&D in my day, man. You know, it's like I would love to just, you know, go. Just explore one of those kind of worlds, man. You know, Mike would steal all my shit while I was sleeping. He's done that in one of our campaigns before. Yeah, man.
You were reading my mind.
I'm pocketing Brock as my inventory, shit like that. But, let's see. I gotta give a shout out to Res Dogs. Still just near and dear to my heart. I enjoyed it a lot. It's one of the few shows that like Jackie really enjoys watching with me too. Just it's, you know, it's just nice watching those characters grow up too. You know, I feel like emotionally invested in the storyline. And just fun. A lot of Willie Jack this season and a lot of cheese stuff that I enjoyed. Just fun characters. Alora and Bear kind of, you know, back burner for me, but besides the point. And the last one, I kind of like shifted on this one, and Kayla almost made me do another pivot, like at the beginning of this category. She mentioned Bridgerton, and funny thing is, you know, Jackie is like, "You're gonna mention Bridgerton too, right?" I was like, I enjoyed it. I don't know if I loved it as much as she did, but number 5 was actually Only Murders in the Building.
Oh,
and I just like murder mystery kind of show. It's fun. It's goofy. I love like just participating in it, trying to figure it out, you know, ahead of time. The fact that it was episodic too means that, you know, I couldn't get too far ahead, and I don't know, it's just like fucking, you know, mystery of the week kind of shit, and I enjoy that a lot. That and the characters are just fun, and Paul Rudd. It's a nice little cameo of Paul Rudd the stud.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful.
Everybody's in that show.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's you, Caleb.
That's me.
That's me. I'm up. Okay. Number 5, I have Our Flag Means Death.
Woo.
It was just such a good time. I have no idea what I expected out of the show. I don't think I really knew what I was getting into, and it's just so much more. Just so much more than you could have even asked for. It's truly... It's a comedy, but it's so heartfelt and adorable and loving and touching. It sneaks all those things in until it's like in your face. Sorry, cat running around. So number 4, I have Rings of Power.
Yeah.
I have always liked the Lord of the Rings universe. Just now listening to the books for the first time because we thought, I'll listen to the books going into watching Rings of Power, and I'm in Return of the King now. I'm just now getting there. They're a bit of a heavy load, but just adding pieces to that world and exploring them is fun. Like Tomas said, it's so pretty. It's so hard to even find the words of, I don't know the Elfland name. Whatever place they're at is like you have just like dove into a dream, and it's
Valinor.
so
It's popping.
crazy how pretty it is on your TV. But so fill me in. I love, because even then, knowing what you know and watching Rings of Power, like some of these mysteries we've already mentioned, it's like, oh, who is that? Do you think that's going to be that? Ooh, do you think this is that person? Like, it was fun to kind of try to put the pieces together before they were all laid out. Don't look up actors' names, just so you know. If anybody goes to watch Rings of Power and you're like, hey, what's that actor's name? Don't do it, because it just will say titles. Boom, right there. Fair warning. Number 3, I have Andor.
Lock it in. 3 times.
Yeah, definitely worth being on our list and high up there. It is also very pretty to look at, and it's just such a different story with different characters and regular situations of survival. And it's just really, really intriguing, and you are just totally captivated by what the fuck is he gonna do? How are they gonna get out of this? Oh, he's just gonna shoot him. Okay. He just handles business like that. Number 2, I have She-Hulk. Loved it.
Woo.
I can say the same thing that Eric has already said. Had no expectations, and was just totally like swept off my feet by Jennifer Walters. Just marry me. That's all I got.
Damn.
Number 1, I have Abbott Elementary. Abbott Elementary is the first 2-3 episodes I watched. I was like, "Whoa, this really reminds me of Parks and Rec." Like, give me real Parks and Rec vibes, and I'm all in. There's not much. There's only 2 seasons, and they're in their 2 seasons, in their second season. So like, you're really seeing them develop the relationships between people and create bonds that hopefully will come back and such. So it's a great show.
Nice.
Abbott's good.
Question for you, Kale. You said you're listening to the books for Lord of the Rings, yeah?
Yeah.
Are you listening to the one with Andy Serkis reading?
No, Bird Ingalls, I think is it.
Oh, okay. The one with Andy is really, really, really good. If you get a
I
book
meant
change,
to buy that one, and I didn't. This guy's pretty cool too.
yeah, he's still good. Just Andy's, he is Gollum, so it's like,
Yeah, Rob Ingalls. Yeah, I meant to do that, and I just messed it up.
And if you just want to know more generally about like characters, or you just have interest, that's just checking out a guy called Nerd of the Rings on YouTube. He goes like deep dives on like characters. So just if you're washing dishes, you're doing whatever, it's nice to listen to.
That's what I do.
Yeah,
That's what life is now, bro.
bro. That's what podcasts. That's what I do. I go do chores.
My day off, I have me a little edible, smoke my little vape, my headphones, and I clean the fucking house, and it's a good time.
Yeah,
my favorite time, really. I will clean house and get high and listen to books. 2 thumbs up.
When we play video games, we just go on GameFAQs or look up a video, and then we just cheat that shit out now.
Best
That's
shows.
it. What do we got?
We have 10. So
Oh
or no,
Holy
sorry.
shit.
We've got 9. We got 9. We got 10 lines, but one of them's the title. So we've got 9 to pick through. 9 locked in. We got to get it down to 5. So the 9 that we have are The Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, The Bear, Stranger Things Season 4, Winning Time, Rise of the Lakers Dynasty, She-Hulk, Station 11, Our Flag Means Death, Andor, and House of the Dragon. It's gonna be tough. Knew this was gonna be tough. TV's the best, so it should be tough.
Show me the bear.
Everyone but
had it
Kayla
everywhere.
loves the bear. So I think that's got to be number 1 for now.
Love the bear.
Love the bear.
Hell yeah.
Seems like there was a lot of Andor love.
Yeah, Andor got a lot of love.
I'm gonna put
I
that.
love Andor.
Tell us how you really feel.
I thought Andor was fine.
Says the man in control of the list.
Hey, I put it at number 2. I let the people speak. Only me and Mike had Station 11, right? Is that right?
I'm surprised that shit was on there. It was like, I feel like Station 11 was last Naughties.
I talked about it all year, and they had nothing to say, and then both of them deliver it today.
No. Go. I'm so
Go back.
glad we have this unrecorded because first episode after Naughties, I'm like, man, there's this thing called Stations 11. I don't think anything's gonna beat it.
Ooh.
Things did, but no, I love Station 11. I was trying to keep it on the down low. We talked about it on the reunions episode, how good Kirsten and Jeevan's reunion was, and
And if I can just cut out the Shakespeare stuff, I'm in. It doesn't even need it.
That's what
Right
makes it all work.
there.
Oh man,
No, it doesn't need it at all.
No, I think so.
Everything else surrounding it is good enough.
They do like
I
Death
don't
of a
need-
Salesman instead of Macbeth at the
Hamlet.
end, right? Like,
man, I love their Final Fantasy 9 looking costume, like theatrical.
That's why I loved it
Man.
so much.
so
It's a brilliant show, man. It's really great.
Good.
Disc
I
dive.
like a lot about it.
good.
Only 2 of us had Our Flag Means Death, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
think
I
you
did.
might.
And you as well.
I do really like that show. I think it's great. It made my like top 7-ish shows here. I mean, it's no Euphoria, but what is?
Man, you guys
Surprised
really
you
like
didn't
House
get
of the
Euphoria on
Dragon,
there.
huh?
I
House of the
don't.
Dragon's good, man.
I
Kayla
like
didn't like it.
actively don't like it.
Yeah.
I like the second half a decent amount of the season. I really didn't like that girl, man. Her face, that weird gremlin face of hers. I don't like it.
Yep. It looks like it's like being pulled back, like from all angles.
God,
Oh,
she looks like
hair's like
a
super tight
dog
back.
from Magic. Like I don't know. Look up Psychotog, everybody, and you'll see.
Oh boy.
Viserys looked at his daughter's friend and was like, "Yep, I'll put babies in it."
I mean,
That
that,
one right there.
that's par for the course for this world. I
Rhaenyra don't like that shit.
It's Targaryens.
like everybody fucking everybody.
I don't know.
In Westeros.
Those things
Yeah.
aren't really for me. Be getting down. And
Stranger
then I feel like
Things.
Daemon took a total fucking change and was then like nothing.
But he's great.
And then
He's
something.
king nothing.
I don't jive with Damon either. I don't like Damon.
I liked he like had a peak and then fell off.
He did taper off towards the.
They do
Back
too many
end.
like, oh, what's Damon doing in those books? And then I just never like, I don't know.
There's gonna be 30 seasons of this though. Like you guys, come on.
How are there going to be
I was
30 seasons
excited.
for like a book that's like a chapter long of
Oh, they gonna
fucking
stretch,
normal
baby.
Game of Thrones is? Yeah, and they've stretched really well with Game of Thrones in the past. They've done a
That's
fucking
true.
fantastic job of
All right,
stretching.
what else do we got?
Yeah. All right. So House of the Dragon will keep kind of it's right at the bottom right now, so we'll keep it kind of where it's at.
I don't hate House of the Dragon. I don't hate
it. Stranger Things. What did we think of Stranger Things? I enjoyed the season. I think it was a return to form, but
I'm 4 seasons behind, so
I really like the main plot. The side stuff, didn't really like it. Didn't like the split. They're doing that split up thing a lot, and usually multiple strands of the split up work. Like, you'll have these 2 kids hanging out, and this, teenager and this cop character, whatever, are hanging out and doing that part. And
you don't like Steve's redemption?
Steve's the
so
best.
Good.
Like,
Steve's so good.
Steve's the best. Like, not that. It's like all of the 11 stuff was bad.
And John just getting high in Cali with fucking Bro Nacho guy, or what's his name?
Part was really bad.
It was terrible. But it's so hilarious.
I think majority of the show wasn't good. I don't. Then when it got back to the actual spooky plot stuff, that was good.
No, I think the worst part was the Russia stuff.
I like the Russian stuff.
I hated it. It was
really.
Season teach a whole generation of kids about Metallica.
They're there too long. It just.
Did.
I mean, the best part about Russia was literally what's his face? Not David Arbor's character, but
Dimitri or whatever.
Murray, baby. Murray, let's go.
Murray.
Murray.
Head?
Yeah, that stuff worked for me. I think it's like half really good, half not good. So
yeah,
that's where I stand on.
Winona can sniff paint, and I'll watch her. So
I like Winona. I like Winona a lot.
All right.
She's tripping, and I'm buying it. Whatever. So I wanted to ask: do we like our top 3? We got the Bear, Andor, and Rings of Power.
Ooh.
I don't.
I like it. I really want to finish Rings of Power. I like it.
So we just have to find 4 and 5.
Yeah, I guess if Andor is going to be that high, sure.
Yeah. I hear.
I want
the Lakers dynasty.
Like,
God damn it!
Only. Did we have 3 winning times or just 2?
2 winning times.
Just 2 winning times.
If I had a longer list,
good ass show.
Good ass
show. Mike and Eric did a lot to talk about how they're basketball fans and how much it meant to them. I have no basketball love. I mean, I will watch it. I don't hate it, but I have no emotional connection to it
either.
And
I'm sure it's good.
I loved this show. It was like, what the fuck is going to go on next? Like, and I loved the style of it. Like, it really felt like you were just watching something that was taped during that time. And it was them just like Dr. Jerry Buss or whatever his name is just at the end of his thread. He has got nothing, but he's just wheeling and dealing and not backing down. And it's ridiculous. He's ridiculous. It's all ridiculous. It was really good. I would like to see it on the top 5. Put it at 5.
Put it at 5 by request. There.
I mean, I'm indifferent. I don't really have an opinion on it. I'm sure it's good, but
I saw 2 episodes of it, and I enjoyed what I saw.
So I think Stranger Things might have to go on the list, though, right? We kind of all have checked that out, and nobody hated it, right?
I didn't hate it. No. I didn't dislike it.
Mike's making.
I'd rather have House of the Dragon.
Oh,
I'd also rather have House of the Dragon if it was between the 2 of them.
So would I.
Yeah, so would I.
So I put 3 of my shows on the list, so I'm good.
I'd rather have Station 11.
I would. That's the thing for me.
I would agree to Station 11 over House of the Dragon.
I remember feeling so good about like, oh man, I don't have my Mayor of Easttown, let's say, on this list right now, and I need my Mayor of Easttown. I need my. This just feels great, and everything else can do whatever, you know. So I need something, guys. Give me something.
You got it. It's the bear, man.
It is not the bear. It's not. It's just not. I appreciate the bear, I think, by osmosis from all you fuckers. No, I like the bear. But it's not my number one, I'll just say.
I'm not going to watch it again.
But let's not shit on the bear.
No, there should be never. That should never happen.
If Eric shits on a bear, does anyone hear it or something like that? Isn't that a phrase? Okay, Station 11. We haven't even touched on She-Hulk yet because She-Hulk deserves to be on. She-Hulk's really good, by the way.
Oh, poor Jenny. Poor.
You guys gave She-Hulk a lot of love last episode.
Oh yeah, she's the best.
See, that's my kind of thought process for this was I was trying to spread as much love as I could, and for me, getting her on character was where what I was trying to do. It is a good show. The last episode didn't work so well for me, I guess. Someone wants to say hello.
They tried something different.
I guess.
Hey, what up, man?
We're talking TV. What's your favorite TV show of the year?
I don't really know.
He doesn't really know, but his answer is
Bluey?
Blue.
I watched it 100 times.
100 times.
Whoa.
Yeah, but he
really
doesn't
good show.
remember it enough to vote for it, so kind of a...
Dang.
You know what? Number
You're
5.
not wrong, Eric. You're not wrong.
Yeah. The most forgettable show, you can watch it 100 times and not give a shit. Bluey.
I think the 100 is a low. Like, I think it's much higher than 100.
Really? Wow.
Well, the episodes are really short. They're like 7 minutes. So they've watched all 3 seasons of Bluey like 5 times, I'd say. So.
Like, Allison was literally giving me like a full like Bluey rundown when we went out of town for vacation. Like I was like, what's up with this Bluey? And she's like naming off all these character names and shit.
It's good, man.
Bluey, man.
Fuck House of the Dragon. Let's put Bluey.
Fucking Bluey, man.
Hey, Eric.
Yeah.
Abbott Elementary is season 1.
Season 1 for Abbott Elementary. Accuracy here. The number 1 most accurate podcast on these airwaves.
Hell yeah.
I need Station 11 on this list. I'll take it at 5. Will you allow me to have Station 11 on this list?
Not so far.
Damn.
Got Bear, Andor,
Rings of
Rules.
Power really did well. She-Hulk and Winning Time, Rise of the Lakers Dynasty are the 5 in the current. She-Hulk and Winning Time have not been touched at this point. They just kind of are hanging out there at 4 and 5.
I don't have a problem cutting Winning Time.
Yeah, I got no problem cutting She-Hulk.
I got no problem cutting either one of those.
All right,
Great.
Station 11 going up the charts at number 4. I'm going to get this to number 1, folks. Let's get this going.
I don't hate it.
So Rings of Power sucked. Get that right off this list. No, I liked Rings of Power. I'm kidding. I liked Rings of Power quite a bit.
Wait, but you put Station 11 at 4? She-Hulk at 5?
I did because people said
like that.
fuck She-Hulk and Winning Time.
Just
is what they
checking.
said.
I thought you were just trading out Winning Time, but I
No. They said get them off the list. We have a blank number 5. I'm putting an insert blank there at number 5. There's nothing there. Unprecedented. No one's ever done this before live on a podcast. But
What do we want at 5?
I thought She-Hulk was on there.
I mean,
Bridgerton.
Well, let's talk about it. I'm kind of leaning She-Hulk, but
House of the Dragon was well, one person hates it, and a lot of other people dig
Actively
it.
dislike it. I don't hate it.
It's a strong word.
I
Eric.
hated it.
Right.
I'm definitely on Kayla's side.
Okay.
When it
Mike's
comes
not.
to House of the Dragon, but there's things I like.
Versus She-Hulk. She-Hulk would be higher for you.
Oh yeah, for me. Yeah.
She-Hulk's higher for me as well, and obviously for Kayla. So, all right. She-Hulk maybe beats House of the Dragon.
What?
Let's hear an argument. Like, why not? Like, I don't know. Like,
why not? I mean, it wasn't really. I thought the character She-Hulk was great. I thought the writing for the show was very, 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 very poor. In terms of like basically an adaptation for the comics, because she breaks the fourth wall a lot, they did really great with the last episode. I'll give them that. But overall, as a show, I don't know. It was not good writing. Like, it just was very bad. Like, some of the shit they would say, I was just like, really? Who wrote this shit? Sounds terrible. And I get it. They're tongue-in-cheek Ally McBeal, but, like, man. I mean, I thought what they were trying to do with She-Hulk was good for She-Hulk, but I think a lot of everyone else in the show, I thought the whole crew with what's his face, Abomination guy, I thought he was funny. Yeah, but everyone else just it felt so bad. The writing was so bad. Matt Murdock, if he wasn't in there, I thought there'd be no redeeming.
His stuff with Jenny was so great.
Oh, it was perfect.
Oh,
that was amazing. That was probably the best part of the show, and the end, because it ended. But I don't know, man. It's just my opinion. You know, don't hate you for it. I don't. If I had to choose, like, from the list to bring some back, I would rather have Our Flag Means Death opposed to, like, She-Hulk.
You guys did hype it.
As would I.
I'm also fine with that.
Oh, well, this is getting easier and easier.
Right. It doesn't have to be that.
No,
Station 11 staying at 4.
We gotta come to an agreement.
So Station 11 should be higher, right? I mean, we should get that up a little bit. It's a little low on this list. What do we think of?
How about we bump down Station 11? Our Flag Means Death number 4.
Nah, I don't like that.
This guy's speaking some truth here.
I'm happy. I'm happy. Andor's number 2. That's all that matters.
Right. Yeah, Andor's kind of a number 2. You're right. So best shows in the Naughties 2022 so far, right now, tentatively, maybe, could be The Bear, Andor, Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, Station 11, and Our Flag Means Death.
Like that. That's a nice middle ground. You guys gave She-Hulk some love last episode. We got Viserys representing last episode.
Yeah.
So everybody got a little bit of love like Mike wanted. Sprinkled it all over. I think we had.
Thank you.
Got your Station 11 in there.
And
If only they made
Station...
a Prey television show, you know?
Ryan, watch Station 11, Ryan, and you'll be like, man, that shit should have been on R5. It was a
I haven't seen it, so again, I have no opinion on it. But
check it out. It's great. Especially if you love the theater.
I lettered in theater. Let's go.
Yeah, an F. Oh, got him.
Fucking nerd.
Let's lock it in. Let's just do it. This has been great. Best shows 2022: The Bear, Andor, Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, Station 11, and Our Flag Means Death. Wow. The Naughties 2022 are over. I've got a little bit more of a voice, so let's recap everything. We went for 3 days. Let's do it. Best Ensemble, God of War Ragnarok, The Bear, Our Flag Means Death, Severance, Reservation Dogs, Best Moment, One-Shot Episode, The Bear, The Nature of a Thing, God of War Ragnarok, The Flare Scene from The Batman, Every Inch Counts from Barbarian, and Learning to Let Go, Tunic, Most Disappointing Thing, Thor Love and Blunder, Book of Boring Fett, Chrono Cross Radical Downer Edition, Pokemon Refuses to Be Great, God of War Ragnarok Doesn't Land the Plane, Best Characters, Naru from Prey, Viserys Targaryen from House of the Dragon, Jennifer Walters from She-Hulk, Durin from Rings of Power, and Pearl from X and Pearl. Best Games, Tunic, Elden Ring, TMNT, Shredder's Revenge, Cult of the Land, God of War Ragnarok, Best Movies, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, The Batman, Prey, Bodies, Barbarian, and Best Shows, The Bear, Andor, Lord of the Rings of Power, Station 11, Our Flag Means Death. We did it. We did it, guys.
Definitive. Everybody else is wrong. We're right.
The nonsense of the year 2022. Can't wait till we get to do this all over again next year. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be guys. Killers of the Flower Moon this and Tears of the Kingdom that. And...
Dead Space, can't wait.
Might actually play my PlayStation 5 this year. What up?
Resolution, man.
New year, new you.
Oh, we gotta do RE4 spoiler cast, man. We gotta do it.
I will make.
You better take a week vacation, man.
I'm just gonna put on stuff.
With that being said, before we leave, what is okay? I guess we can do this. What is everyone's most anticipated game for 2023? We just run down the list. If you have anyone has an answer.
Silk Song, baby.
Silk Song.
Okay.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom. All right.
Dead Space.
I
think Dead Space for me.
Wow, getting that soon.
I had to think offhand. Probably the RE4 remake right now. I'm a sucker for
really.
God, I've bought that game at least in 10 different forms, and I will buy it in another form, and it's just so many good times with it.
You know, I haven't been on the Final Fantasy for a while, but I think I'm most looking forward to either 16 or if they do come out with part 2 of remake this year, probably one of those two for me personally. Yeah,
I drafted 16 in the draft, so
yeah,
let's make it good.
See,
man, 2022, good year, right? Pretty good year, pretty good fucking year.
It was okay.
Yeah, those 6 movies you saw were really good.
Hell yeah.
Guys, go out, see Mr. Malcolm's list. It's real. 82% on Rotten Tomatoes. Get a Showtime. I think they do like a 7-day trial. Go check it out. Or you could get a trial to HBO Max and see like the 30 things we talked about this year on the Nonsense of the Year Awards, which is almost an HBO Max fucking advertisement.
It's a little heavy.
Hey, we love it. It's the home box office. And this was episode 112 of The Machine of Nonsense. This was the Nonsense of the Year 2022, part 3, the final part. We did it. It's all done. We'll do another one next year. Thank you for listening. This is a lot. Or watching. This is going to be a video as well. And, hit us up. Tell us what your favorite things were. We're on everything. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because you know where we're at. We're everywhere.
Like, comment, subscribe.
But we are almost 2 years old. We're almost 2 full years old. So get us a gift. We'll be doing some big 2 stuff coming up. I don't know. That's it.
Can we talk news? Like just a podcast where we talk about like sequels.
Hey, yeah.
I want to talk about Terminator 2.
The best sequel.
I love it.
Games,
Legendary.
movies.
How about we get the fuck out of here? Yeah, sounds good. Let's do it. That was it. That was everything. Episode 112 in the books. We're getting out of here and we're saying naughties.
Naughties.
Nighties.